Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. So in today's video I wanted to talk about accessories for those people who are looking at getting a caravan or have just bought one and don't know where to start. So when we got our caravan, although we had a very good understanding from caravanning with parents, grandparents, etc., we knew the basics, but we weren't really sure on everything that we needed, and it took several trips to sort of get a good idea of what we needed and what we wanted. So I've made a list of accessories. So if you see me looking down, that's because I'm looking at the notes because I have a memory like a fish. So I put it into three categories. One is essentials, one is desirables, and one is security. So beginning with the essentials, you're going to need things like towing mirrors. I will put pictures up just to help give a visual idea of what I'm talking about. The second one being freshwater containers. So this will be where you put your fresh water. You'll need a pump with that, which your caravan should come with, that plugs into a socket into the side of the caravan, as well as the waste container. Again, you'll need pipes to connect it from the caravan into the waste container. It's 28mm pipe, I think, that just slots into the side of the caravan. Electric leads to provide you with 230 volts. Normally the blue sockets. There'll be a socket on the side of your caravan again. It is suggested that you plug the lead into your caravan first before you plug it into the pillar on the site. There are also on the sites there are fuses at the electric hookup, so if you ever find that you've used too much electricity, because there will be a limit of the electricity that you can use at once. That's why you'll have things like low voltage kettles and toasters and things like that. So if you do ever find that you've put the kettle on or a heater and your electric trips or your 230 volt trips, the likelihood is it's either at your fuse board in the caravan or it will be at the socket on the campsite. So be very aware of the amount of electricity that you're consuming at any one time. You're going to need gas bottles, so your things like your fridge, your hob and your oven, heating as well, will all run off of gas. Although having said that, your heater and your fridge will also run off of electricity, so you're better off using a campsite's electricity instead of your gas. Although again, I'm very aware that campsites have started charging for electricity on top of the pitch prices. So you will need gas for your cooking, etc. So you'll need a number plate for your caravan, something that we did forget. So when I picked up our caravan, I had to take it off of the car and put it in the back window of the caravan because I was not prepared at all. So please remember to get your number plate for the caravan. A leisure battery. So if you're buying a second-hand caravan, the likelihood is there probably is already a leisure battery in the caravan. You do need a leisure battery for the majority of your lights will run off of your leisure battery, as well as your freshwater pump. And whilst you're driving along, depending on what socket you have on the car for the tow bar, you can run the fridge whilst you're driving along on your 12 volt, just to keep things like your milk and that cold if you didn't want to go shopping when you get there. Although we don't really bother, we don't have a grey socket, so we've only got a 7-pin plug on the car as well as the caravan. But we don't turn the fridge on. We tend to bring necessities and then get other things like your fridge and your freezer stuff once we get to site and we're all set up, because there's always a shop close by. Your toilet chemicals. So predominantly people use the pink and the blue liquid. The pink liquid is for the flushing of the toilet, and the lubrication of the bowl. And your blue liquid you put into the cassette itself. Read the instructions, it will give you the amounts that you mix with water, and the blue liquid will break down any solids, so that'll be your toilet roll, things like that. A level is something that is often overlooked when you first start caravanning. So you'll need a level to obviously level your caravan. Without it, even if your caravan is slightly out of level, you do notice you end up walking into the caravan even before a drink and falling over like you're some mad drunk man. So they're the majority of the basics that you will need, or the necessities. So I probably missed a few things off, but that is a good idea of what you'll need, and a good place to start, certainly. So moving on, the next category is desirables. So these are things that might make your life easier, or things that you would like as opposed to things that you would need. So barbecue being one of them. We have recently got a camping gas party 600, I think. And it is a godsend. It is really good. We use it every time we go away. We barely cook in the caravan. The barbecue itself cooks a whole range of things. You can use it as a hob, an oven. You have a griddle pan. You can use it as a barbecue. So it does a whole range of things. So you can cook near enough anything with it, and it's just so convenient to use. So a windbreak. Not everybody likes the idea of a windbreak, but it is something that you might want later down the line. A lot of people use it to sort of mark off their pitch sometimes, so they're a little bit more secluded if it's a nice day. Don't want people looking at them. And you could even use it to block the wind, but who does that? An awning. So again, if you're buying a second-hand caravan, you will know whether it comes with an awning or not. With ours, we did get an awning with it. And I mean, we have 2 children, so it's me, a partner, and 2 children. We use it mainly for extra space, to store things like pushchair, chairs, things like that. So in the evening, it's also quite nice that we can sit out in the awning without disturbing the children when they're in bed. So moving on, outdoor lights. Some people like the idea of putting up fairy lights, or the solar lights that you get, and put them on the outside of the awning. It does make it look very nice. Again, it's not something that you need. It's just something that some people like to decorate the caravan or the awning. Outdoor furniture. So that covers things like tables, your camping chairs. We have a camping kitchen, which is really handy for storing food in. It's got a zippable compartment, so no rodents or anything can get in, or are tempted to. As well as other things, we hang our coats in the awning. So we have an awning hook. You can get an accessory for our awning that you can hang, put some hooks on, and you hang your coats, bags, etc. on. So moving on to the third and final category that I've listed, is security devices. So you hear an awful lot about people stealing caravans, or attempting to break in to steal items out of the caravan. So these are to deter and to prevent people getting in or stealing your caravan. On top of that, some security devices will also save you money on your insurance. So there will be, when you're looking at caravan insurance, it will ask what security devices you've got. And there will be a wide range of security devices that are listed, which are preferable to that insurance company. So there's things like wheel locks or wheel clamps, which do exactly what they say. They clamp your wheel, or lock your wheels in place so that if somebody hooked up, the wheels won't turn, so they can't take the caravan. You have hitch locks, which again does exactly what it says on the tin. It locks the hitch, so people can't lift the handle on the A-frame or the hitch to get it onto their car, so they wouldn't physically be able to hook it onto their tow bar. And the third and final are trackers. And again, some insurance or all insurance companies ask whether you've got a tracker. And again, there will be lists of preferable trackers. So if thieves got through your hitch lock and or your wheel lock or clamp, then you've got a tracker that will be hidden in the caravan somewhere. So ordinarily you can track it from your phone, a laptop, etc. So if it does get taken, you can report it to the police and let them know that you do have a tracker and its location. So it's obviously not a deterrent, but if the deterrents didn't work or the preventable items didn't work, then you've got your tracker to help there. So I think I've covered most things. I am sure that I would have missed something, but please give us a like, subscribe. We do also have a new Facebook page that I've just set up, so please go ahead onto Facebook, like that as well. It's a page that we set up at the same time as the YouTube channel, so it is fairly new. It's a place where, again, we can share hints and tips, site reviews of where we've been, product reviews of things that we are or have used. So it's just a place where we can share ideas and there's no controversy. Everybody is it's a safe place for people to go ask for help or questions and things like that. So please give us a like, subscribe. Until the next video, happy caravanning.